Okay, let's dive in. Today, we're sort of peeling back the layers on an online product that's popped up a bit, these Tata Float Shoes.
Right. Also seen them called Tata Float S, even the Tata Future of Motion. Big confusing.
Exactly. So our mission here is to try and figure out if this whole thing is legit or not. We're working from a source, a pretty detailed review from the HOA Horror YouTube channel. Yeah, and they went straight for the big question. Is this a scam or is it the real deal? So what did they find?
Well, it's pretty interesting. They mentioned checking something like over 40 different technical points. You're really digging into the website's background.
40. Wow, okay. That's thorough.
It is. And after all that checking, the conclusion they reached was, and I'm quoting here, that the website appears to be a scam.
Appears to be a scam. Okay. So what kind of things were they looking at in those 40 checks? You mentioned technical points.
Yeah, so first off, the site got hit with a low trust score. That's usually the first big indicator.
A low trust score. What does that actually, mean in practice? What flags contribute to that? It boils down to the fundamentals, really. Things like how old is the domain? Is the SSL certificate valid and properly set up? Crucially, is there real contact information? A physical address, a working phone number.
Right.
Stuff you'd expect from a real business.
Exactly. If that basic transparency isn't there, the score drops fast. It suggests the site isn't really set up for, genuine customer interaction or long-term business.
Okay, so low trust score. What else? They dug deeper, you said?
Yeah, they looked at the infrastructure, things like where the server is physically located, the specific tech the site is built on, even how much traffic it gets its popularity.
So they're checking if the story adds up, like if it claims to be a U.S. company but is hosted somewhere known for scams.
Precisely. That's a classic red flag.
Yeah.
But here's where their analysis threw up something. Well, a bit counterintuitive.
Oh, what was that?
Usually you'd expect a really basic scam site to be, slow, maybe buggy, full of errors, just low quality.
Makes sense.
But in this case, the reviewer noted the opposite. The website server was running really smoothly, like almost too perfectly.
Wait, smooth is bad. How does that work?
Well, the reviewer flagged this smoothness itself as suspicious, suggesting it might be a lazy scam website.
Lazy because it runs well. That seems backwards.
It does at first glance. But think about it. Super automated, template-based scam sites can be deployed really quickly using very generic, efficient server setups. They look clean and run smoothly because there's no real customization, no complex backend, none of the quirks of a real evolving business.
Ah, okay. So the perfection is almost sterile. It lacks the signs of a real, messy, human-run operation.
That seems to be the interpretation, yeah. It's too clean, too easy, perhaps using a standard scam template that just works flawlessly out of the box because it's simple.
Okay, that's a fascinating insight. So we have a low trust score, potential geographical mismatches, and this weirdly suspicious smoothness. It sounds like a slam dunk for scam, right?
Yeah, you'd think so.
Hmm.
And the analysis point is strongly that way. But, and this is important, the reviewer explicitly added a disclaimer.
Which was?
They still advise the audience to make a right conclusion on the basis of manual research.
Manual research,
Mm.
even after checking 40 automated points.
Yep, that's the key takeaway, especially for you listening. The automated tools, the 40-plus checks, they give analysts a strong technical basis, a trust score, server details.
But they can't tell the whole story.
Exactly. The tools probably aren't checking, say, consumer review sites like Trustpilot for actual user feedback. They might not verify if the social media links go to real active profiles or just dead ends.
Or if the listed address is a real office, or
Yeah.
just like a mail drop.
Spot on. That's the manual research part they're talking about.
Right.
Stuff a human needs to check to get the full picture.
So that leaves us, and you listening, with a really important question, doesn't it? When you've got a detailed technical review, like this one, already screaming scam, what exactly does that extra manual research look like for you, the buyer? What are those non-automated steps? Checking reviews, verifying addresses on maps, looking for real social engagement that you should take before you decide for yourself. Something to think about.
Definitely something to consider before you click buy.
Well, that's our deep dive for today. Thanks for joining us.